Cup qualifying has officially concluded from Sonoma Raceway, and Joey Logano has won his third pole of 2024. What's going, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just said a second ago, Cup Series qualifying has officially concluded from Sonoma Raceway, and Joey Logano has won his third pole of 2024. This is definitely a really big surprise considering Team Penske has kind of struggled at this track in recent years, but it's also not a surprise considering the fact this is a repave. And anytime you have any change to the track configuration or we go to a new track, it seems like Team Penske and especially Joey Logano are very, very fast. It seems like Team Penske is really starting to get their stuff together, and Joey Logano is really starting to turn around. He got a top 5 last week at Gateway, and now have a chance and opportunity to get his first points-paying victory of 2024. Remember, he did win the All-Star race in North Wilkesboro a couple weeks ago. It seems like Team Penske is getting a lot better at the moment, and hopefully this means that Ford can be headed toward a right direction because Logano's been struggling a lot this year. So it's really good to see the Fords really starting to show a lot more pace and a lot more speed. And like I said, it's a big surprise for Logano because over the last couple of years, Joey Logano's not been really that great on road courses. So it's really good to see Joey Logano really have the pace and speed to contend. Congratulations to him on winning the pole for the Cup Series race at Sonoma. He'll be starting up front in the Cup Series race tomorrow afternoon. So now let's talk about the top 10 qualifiers from today. So Joey Logano wins the pole. Tyler Reddick qualifies second, only about 1/10 off of the pole. Tyler Reddick, I expect to be a threat tomorrow. He's not really been great at Sonoma historically in Cup. His best finish, I believe, is 19th. But Tyler Reddick is going to be very fast. He was the best Toyota overall, I think, in practice yesterday. And I think that Reddick's going to have a good chance and opportunity to win the race tomorrow. He'll start on the front row as he'll be looking to get his second victory of 2024 this weekend at Sonoma Raceway. Ryan Blaney qualifies third. Again, I expected Ryan Blaney to really struggle immensely today, and he didn't. He qualified in the final round and will start up front. Ryan Blaney looking for redemption after what happened last week at Gateway. He'll be starting in third. Great job for Ryan Blaney. Chase Elliott qualifies fourth, the highest qualifying Hendrick car, but Hendrick Cars and Hendrick Motorsports team looks really, really fast currently at the moment. Chase is going to have a good chance to win. He's never really been amazing at Sonoma, which is a surprise, but Chase Elliott looked to have a very fast car. He'll be starting fourth tomorrow. Kyle Larson qualifies fifth. I think Larson could have won the pole had he not made that mistake on lap number 1 because he was going in to have a very quick lap. He'll be starting, though, in the top 5, looking to get a lot of points, looking to get the points lead back. I think Larson will have a good chance and opportunity. He had the fastest car in the 5-lap average yesterday. He'll start 5th tomorrow unless, of course, he does have to go to the rear of the field. William Byron qualifies 6th. Been really good at road courses over the course of the last couple of years. He'll be starting 6th. Great job for William Byron as he looks to get win number, I believe, 4 of 2024. Daniel Suarez qualifies 7th. A much-needed confidence booster for a driver who's been really struggling a lot so far this year. Obviously expected to sign a contract extension with Trackhouse in the coming weeks. Really good for Suarez, who also wanted this track a couple years ago. He'll have a chance and opportunity tomorrow to pick up his second win of 2024 this weekend. Alex Bowman qualifies 8th. Worst of the Hendrick cars, but to qualify inside the top 8, you got to be really happy about that. Bowman's been generally finishing around that 6th to 10th range a majority of this year. He was pretty fast in practice, looked really good, and Bowman was really good at COTA, which is kind of similar to Sonoma in a way, so he'll start 8th. Good job for Alex Bowman. Ross Chastain qualifies 9th. He's been qualifying a lot better this year. He just needs to get the finishes together. I think that if they can work on the cars a little better, I think that Ross Chastain's going to have a good run tomorrow. He's been good at Sonoma in the past, had some solid runs there. He'll be starting 9th tomorrow. And Ty Gibbs qualifies 10th. But only, I think, only the second of the 2 drivers that made the final round, the fastest JGR car, which is a genuine shock because JGR has been extremely dominant at this track in recent years. He'll start 10th. He'll be looking to get his first career win tomorrow afternoon. So those are the top 10 that made the final round. Let's talk about some notable drivers that did not make the final round. The other JGR cars, Christopher Bell, I think he's starting around 20th tomorrow. A really big surprise. I expected Bell to qualify a lot better. Same with Denny Hamlin. While Denny Hamlin hasn't had the greatest finishes on road courses, he generally qualifies really well on these types of tracks. So a little bit of a surprise for sure. And Martin Truex Jr. is definitely the biggest shock of the JGR brigade. Martin Truex Jr. has been very, very good at road courses and been very, very good at this track. He's got 4 wins here. I think he's starting like 24th or 25th. Definitely a big shock for sure. He'll be starting in the middle of the pack tomorrow afternoon. Another driver that surprised me a little bit is Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch is starting like 30 for 31st tomorrow afternoon, which is a shock because Kyle Busch nearly won this race, and he's been historically really good at this track and has had pace and speed to contend up front. Also, Chris Buescher. He's starting, I think, 25th or 26th tomorrow. Chris Busch is generally up front on these road courses, so he's going to have to play a lot of strategy in the Cup Series race tomorrow. The Australian drivers, they're going to be starting pretty far back. I think Will Brown is starting 22nd. Remember, he's going to be getting some help from Shane Van Gisbergen, who will be spotting for him in the race. Of course, SVG running in the Cup Xfinity Series race here in just a little bit, but SVG will be helping to spot. I think that Will Brown will finish better than he qualified, and Cam Waters, I think, is starting 31st and 32nd. He kind of struggled in qualifying, unfortunately. It's been a little bit more of a struggle for him compared to Shane Van Gisbergen, but he'll be starting back in the middle of the pack. And then Carson Osbar qualified pretty well today as well. The SHR course, a little iffy. Noah Gragson was great in practice, but struggled in qualifying. And Josh Berry struggled a little bit as well, as a lot of those drivers, of course, are still looking for jobs going into 2025. So, the big thing to watch, and Bubba Wallace, another driver, did not make the final round as well. I forgot to mention him. He's a driver that I expected to qualify a little better than he did because he's been qualifying great. I think Bubba will run better than where he qualified. I think he's starting like 20 for 21st. I know he's made a tweet saying he needs to get better at these types of tracks, but Bubba's a good driver who can absolutely get the best out of equipment, regardless of what equipment he runs. So the big thing to watch for tomorrow is this track looks to be very, very treacherous, but one of the things I'm worried about is the tire fall-off. There was 0 tire fall-off in the race. I think drivers are going to make mistakes, which is going to make the race a little more exciting, but I think passing is going to be very hard to come by tomorrow because when you have generally a repave, you don't see a lot of passes end up taking place. So we'll see what happens with the race tomorrow, and hopefully we can get a good Cup Series race, but the next-gen car, the road course racing has not been amazing in recent years. Hopefully we can get a good race tomorrow afternoon, and the racing can at least be good enough to be fun for you guys watching tomorrow afternoon. So that is going to be it for today's NASCAR Cup Series qualifying reaction to Joey Logano winning the pole. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Links goes below that, and comment your thoughts below on today's video. What are your thoughts about today's reaction to Joey Logano winning the pole? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and congratulate Joey Logano on winning the pole for tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later tonight on the channel, we're going to have a Shane Van Gisbergen video. If he wins the race, we'll just talk about his performance if he does go to victory lane. We're also going to maybe have a reaction to Xfinity Series race as well. You'll see drivers like Haley Deegan, Sheldon Creed, Chandler Smith, Matt DiBenedetto, among those guys coming into the race tomorrow afternoon, or today I should say. Then tomorrow we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series race review, and we'll also have the starting lineup video. And then we're having a NASCAR news video on Monday. We'll be talking about certain drivers in the silly season market around Noah Gragson, Dale Jr., and Junior Motorsports, potentially also Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch as well. Got a ton of great content dropping over the course of the next few days that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. And then we're going to Iowa next week, which I'm really excited. We'll have a preview around that potentially on Tuesday or Wednesday. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.